There's two kinds of spins. There's like this one, right? And then there's the reverse. The reverse is a bit harder, but it looks pretty cool. Hi folks, welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that's near and dear to my heart, something that's completely changed the way I think. I think you'll like it. Stick around. Hi folks, welcome to the Beatmik channel. My name is Mike. This is my channel. We talk about things about improving your life and pursuing a life well lived. Today is an exciting one. If you've already read the title of this video, you probably already know, so I'll just jump to it. It's about breath work. And I've been doing daily breath work for about 2 weeks now, and it's kind of changed my life, honestly, in the best possible way. So first of all, let's start out. What is breath work? Hey, it's Mike from the future. Just doing some editing. Realized I need to kind of clarify some things. So the breath work I'm talking about here is kind of a short meditative exercise that kind of is designed to get you into that state of calmness a little bit faster. There is another component to breath work, which is breath work integration with psychotherapy. And that's a very valuable and useful tool. And there's probably a center in your town. I know in Kamloops, it's called the Breathing Integration Center. And I know in your town, there'll be something similar to that. This is a growing field. It's expanding. It's a great service. But what I'm talking about here is a little bit different. Obviously, I'm not a psychotherapist. And Doug in the video that I will link later is not a psychotherapist. We're just exploring the meditative qualities of breath work, which is slightly different. Both are very good. I think that they're both great to practice. And I think you should go call Corey at the Breathing Integration Center as soon as you're done this. I'll link it in the comments below. Okay, thanks. Yeah. So the basic gist of breath work is you change the way you're breathing for a period of time. What I've been using is 5 minutes of intense breathing in and then quick bursts to breathe out. So you're basically taking in more oxygen on the way in and hyperoxygenating your blood, similar to this. So you're going stomach, lungs, and then you're doing that over and over. Yes, you might look like a crazy person, but what it does for you is nothing short of magic, in my opinion. So what you'll notice when you do a breathwork exercise is it's really difficult. It's hard to get through. You almost get put into a meditative state just to get through a 5-minute exercise. And then to do the breath hold on the other side of that, maybe 2-3 minutes. I've got to 2:40, that's my longest. That's 2 minutes and 40 seconds of holding my breath. It's incredible for me. I got weed smoker's lungs, man.
Got a cough and get high? Shit. Crazy.
It's really dialed in and really focused on all of my impulses and impulse control. So the impulse to breathe is a really big impulse. We've been doing it all of our lives. You've been training to breathe your whole life. It's part of your autonomic nervous system. It just does it when you're not even thinking about it. So when you hold it, and then your brain's saying, wait, you've never held your breath this long. You gotta breathe, man. You gotta breathe. And you're not listening to that. It's a really powerful moment that happens. But from that blossoms all of the other impulses that you start to recognize throughout your life. It's quite similar to using, like, say, psychedelics in a therapy session, or even meditating, where you're changing your state of mind so that you can process things, whether that's grief, anxiety, addictions. So you can process these things coming from like a different angle. If you've been struggling in life and you just keep hitting the same wall, it's sometimes beneficial to come at that wall from a different angle and see those triggers from a different perspective. just like a short list of what breathwork has been credited with helping is boosting your immunity, processing emotions, increasing joy and happiness, overcoming addictions, helps with your anxiety, chronic pain, depression, grief, and trauma. Like, the list goes on. It might sound too good to be true, and this is why I feel like we should all try breathwork once in our lives. If you're interested in experiencing a short breathwork exercise, I did film one with my good friend Doug McLean, who also happens to be the person that introduced me to breathwork in the first place. Kind of about a 10-minute session. We do 5 minutes of breathwork, 2 minutes of breath hold, and then close it off. So if you're interested in that, I'll link that right here and in the notes below.
So this is the type of breath work that we're going to work with the volume of breath in our body, and we're going to really work with charging the breath up in our system. I picked this technique up in Thailand, in Koh Phangan, a couple years ago, and I've been using it since, just to get to deeper states in myself and to explore different areas of myself. The first time I worked with this breath work was along with some sound healing, and we brought that in, and for a couple 5-minute sessions, and then after that we did like a 7-minute session the next day with breath work, and 3 7-minute sessions of going hard on the breath brought me to a place where when I was blindfolded I could actually have closed eye visuals start to come into my system. My whole body was tingling, and I was just feeling this immense amount of joy in my body. And after we did that, the facilitator asked us to hold our breaths, and we held our breath for, I couldn't imagine, like he didn't time it or tell us or anything, but it felt like minutes, and I was like, what's going on with my body? So this is something completely different. If you've never done breath work before, most people I can do this with can hold their breath for a minute to a minute and a half afterwards, which is usually not that common.
I just finished a 5-minute breathwork session. Held my breath for 3.5 minutes. Rather easily, to be honest. Wow, what a thing. While I was breathing, doing the exercise, doing the breath work, I just felt the energy pulsating up into my face, up into my forehead, through my fingertips, into my toes. I have a feeling that has something to do with the hyperoxygenation of your blood that comes with this type of breath. You're accumulating oxygen in your blood, which is what allows you to hold your breath for so long. But I just visualize it as energy, as almost this electricity that's moving throughout my body, and then afterwards, when you hold your breath, it's just such a peaceful place to meditate from and to sit within. It's just the limits of what the body is capable of is just expands when you do this kind of thing, and then you start paying attention to the impulse to breathe and relate that to the impulse to eat, the impulse to smoke, the impulse to drink, the impulse to do any of these bad habits that we have, the impulse to get triggered, the impulse to react. It just really kind of shines a spotlight on that. And what a magical thing. Just breathing. Breathe, motherfucker. So I really hope that some of you got something out of this, and I hope that some of you go to my breathwork video and try it out for yourself. And if you do, I'm really interested in hearing about your results. Put them in the comments if you have experience with breathwork and you just want to tell the world about it. If you have negative experiences with breathwork, I mean, put it all in the comments. Let's start a dialogue. This is something, it's It's bigger than me. It's bigger than us. Let's bring it to the community and talk about it. Anyways, with that, in closing, thanks for stopping by. I hope that you got something out of this video. If you did, please leave a comment, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button and that little bell. That'll notify you when I put out a new video. And until next time, I'll see you later. See ya. Bye. Hey, in the age of distraction, this is how I get your attention. Woo! All right, breath work. It's never really that good at them. Where's the sweet spot? Zoom. Fuck, that's why I need a monitor.